yourself.
Hey, everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me, as always, is the lasagna to my Garfield, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me. Yum, 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 yum.
That's the sound lasagna makes?
That's the sound I make when I'm munching on some lasagna.
And you know what? You feel like a normal. You're a normal to my Garfield.
I honestly don't even remember what normal sounds like, but I'm offended.
Yeah, you should be, because Garfield's always trying to send Nermal to Abu Dhabi.
Normal was not like a well-liked character.
To the fan base, sure.
Yeah, or to anybody.
But you just said that he's Nermal to your Garfield, so like you hate
me. You hate me.
It doesn't necessarily.
And I've told you in the last therapy session, I feel like you hate me, and you said you don't.
The John Arbuckle to my Garfield.
John Arbuckle sucks.
Yeah, also Garfield isn't the biggest fan of John either. He kind of makes fun of him all the time.
He uses him.
When's the last time you read a Garfield comic by Jim Davis?
Special guest, the Odie to my Garfield, Alex Pappas. See, he's committed to the bit.
Yeah, but like you're going to kick him off a table?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
In the Garfield comics, Garfield kicks Odie off the table 9 times out of 10.
You know I can't read.
If you were to read anything, though, it would be comic strips.
I actually do read a lot of comic strips. I go to my parents' house every once in a while.
And you read Family Circus?
I'm not getting. I grab the Sunday paper that they still get, and I only take the comics, and then I read them when I'm eating over there.
You know what I miss? It makes Foxtrot. Foxtrot was a favorite.
Oh my god! I bought the anthology.
I have some of them. I've been trying to collect them all.
And I've got the entirety of Gary Larson's The Far Side.
Nice.
Got the entire. It's a leather-bound book, actually.
Oh.
It's the only leather-bound book I have.
I'll bet it is.
The Far Side.
Nerd.
I fucking love that. And then Close to Home. Mm-hmm. Remember that one? There's a single panel just kind of like Far Side. Really, really funny stuff.
Good.
Anyway, yeah. Welcome to Comic Corner with Ben and Brad. So this is a movie podcast where we talk about the latest movies that we've seen. Talk about we got a couple real fun trailers coming up for you.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
We just like to have a good time. We like that you're here listening to us. Thank you for taking the time out of your day.
You could pause the podcast right now, and you could rate and subscribe us. Give us 5 stars if you wanted,
or go write in your gratitude journal. It is Thanksgiving week.
No, don't do that.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Don't do that.
Jesus
what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know what? Take some time and just meditate to yourself right now.
Let's get our NPR voices on it too.
Hey, turn off the podcast. Go for a walk.
Just everyone just thank the Lord that we are.
Think about the things that you're thankful for, and maybe put it into the universe.
Thanks for listening to NPR. No, we love that you listen to this podcast. Thanks a lot, guys. Please,
we are thankful. Very,
tell
very
your
thankful.
friends, tell your family. Play one of our episodes before Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure though that's the kids around.
Yeah, no. Actually, if they are, then teach them some stuff.
Brett, are we eating tonight?
I'm eating every night, buddy.
Well, who
Papa's got to keep this gut full.
Who are we thankful for as the sponsor of? And keep in mind, these people legitimately write us checks and they send us products to try.
Yeah.
Who is this week's sponsor?
Ben, let me ask you something.
You know what? It's Thanksgiving. I'm trying to turn a new leaf. Go ahead, Brad. You can ask me anything you want, buddy.
We don't eat leaves for Thanksgiving.
I'm trying so hard. Don't screw this up for yourself.
I know Thanksgiving is coming, but it's tough to bring stuff here that is really tied to Thanksgiving. Because there aren't a lot of things that don't require cooking and stuff like that. Like I'm not going to bring a fucking turkey down here. I'm not going to bring down cornbread casserole or stuffing or.
I'm trying, buddy. Keep
any
going.
of that stuff. But you know what is coming up after Thanksgiving? Nate, tell me.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
You bet your ass it's Christmas.
Jingle jangle.
What's some of your favorite Christmas treats, Ben?
Ooh.
You know what, Brad? I really like. I'm trying to just not be mad. It's really clouding my judgment. Like I've got this gray fog in my head. I can't think straight.
Well, that's COVID.
Clovid?
Yeah,
clouded. Yeah, it's cloudy.
Chance of meatballs.
You know what? So this is something that is not.
Jesus Christ! Just fucking get to it.
This is not a Christmas food, but it's Christmas food because I only have it at Christmas. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Because my aunt makes party ryes.
What?
Had this?
What was that?
What is that?
They're pieces of rye toast, and it's a mix. It's a meat, like a sausage mixture with cheese, and you put it on a piece of rye, like a little square of rye toast, rye bread, and you cook it in the oven, and it's party ryes.
You can do that anytime.
What the fuck is that? I've never even heard of that.
I will bring some home from Thanksgiving.
But I want
fresh.
You
make some at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
It's like a liverwurst?
No. It's like a meaty, cheesy mixture on top of rye toast. And it is
so
my favorite.
I love meats and cheeses, and I'm curious to know what this is.
I like toast. You will like it. You will love it.
All right.
I don't know how you can go wrong though. It's meat, cheese, and toast.
So
I'm curious to try the party rice or whatever it's called.
Well, our rise, like rye bread, party rice.
Party rice.
Party rice.
So growing up, we called it puppy food because it kind of does look like puppy food.
Oh no, I'm back out.
That's a whole other thing.
I wasn't gonna say that part because it doesn't sound very appetizing, but
We called it Alpo in my family.
My Aunt Mary Jo, God bless her.
We call it cat
makes
barf.
it so good. Honestly, I wouldn't care if you called it that. I would eat. I gained so much weight at Thanksgiving and Christmas because of that. I'll eat a full tray.
You didn't have to have the second part of that sentence.
Anyway, so what? Okay, you know what? Fuck you, motherfucker! Bring out your stupid fucking treat, and we're gonna oh Christmas, fucking bread, I'm gonna fucking put this in your mouth. Fucking asshole.
Well, I brought-
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, and he's just pushing my buttons.
Hey,
Well, Ben, I have a
I'm
treat for
grateful
you
for you.
because I brought party rice
Thanks,
for you.
mate.
I brought party rice for you.
Party rise.
Party
it's not
rice.
rice. It's not RICE. You fucking idiot.
I brought pretty rice for you. No, you know what I have? Because I know how much
Oh my fucking God.
how much you like to stick to the elves for food groups as much as you can, which is Nate. What are they?
Syrups.
Candy corn.
Yeah,
Candy cane.
candy corn,
Candy cane, candy corn,
and
Maple syrup.
syrup.
Yeah. Well, because it's Elf's 20th anniversary
Oh no.
this year,
Yeah.
I brought maple syrup.
there's a series.
I love maple syrup.
There's a series of elf-inspired treats that are out there
Brock's or something.
from Brock's.
Okay.
Wow, good call.
Yes, Brock's has new candy cane forest mellow cream
Okay.
candies.
I don't even know what that all means, but I can't wait.
It's basically like a different kind of candy corn.
Nate, you love Christmas so much
I love it.
that you're just like
He's giddy right now.
I don't care. I want to eat this.
I've watched
Yeah.
like
Sounds disgusting.
7 awful movies already. Christmas movies.
So there are 4 different flavors with
You-
4.
Have you still
Oh.
not seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
yeah, why wouldn't you? Why-
I thought that you hadn't seen
No,
it.
I have.
Sorry.
No, it was Luke Starkey that hasn't.
Oh,
seen
that's
it.
right. Yeah, sorry. We
I'm
had a
not
friend
Luke.
of the pod, Luke.
Yeah, I lost some weight, but I'm not Luke.
So there are 4 different pieces with 4 different flavors. I've already parsed them out, so we didn't have to dig through the bag.
When I was driving over here, I was terrified we were going to have to eat some kind of Thanksgiving candy corn.
No, fortunately,
Like
they
gravy.
didn't-
No, don't worry. It's just Christmas.
They didn't come out with that this year. Here, Ben, go ahead and hand yours over to.
I mean, this is a lot.
No,
of
he's
germs.
already like
Sick.
he's
I'm
already
sick.
like handed it.
Yeah.
Like, hold
Okay,
on.
so-
I'm coming over. I'm coming over to you.
Come here, buddy.
Let him
Come
get him
here.
out of the bag.
Boy.
Here, eat it out of my hand.
This is disgusting.
There's some smells.
You don't have to lick his hands to hand him things.
No, but
No, but he's got like sweaty hands,
You
and he
don't
was
wanna
kind of
do that.
like
It's disgusting.
doing things.
I'm
with
also
it.
a little uncomfortable that you handed me these from your bare.
Oh,
fucking
I like
paw.
where
Here's the
this
thing.
is going.
I only like just smear my hand in my nuts.
So this
earlier
is
in the
like
day.
this is like a candy corn texture.
But here's the thing,
Yes.
Brad. You had these in your hand because you parceled them out. They've been sitting in your hand for 5 minutes,
No, they weren't in my hands. They were sitting here on the couch.
and then they were in your hand.
Hey guys,
for
I
a split second, you
hey, Alex,
crybaby.
I tried the
bitch. Which one did you try first?
I tried the
Tell us. Hurry. Fast.
the candy cane one. It's very good.
All right, put the candy cane one in your mouth.
Oh, jeez,
Faster.
I like it.
Oh boy.
I'm down. These guys aren't, but I'm down with it.
You know what this one tastes like?
Candy cane.
Well, it's a candy cane flavor. It tastes like those buttermints from weddings.
Yeah, that's also part of it. Yeah.
I don't mind those.
Ben is
Oh,
spitting his
stop.
out.
Stop.
That's not worse than other things we've had.
No,
You've never
oh,
spit them out
no.
before.
No, I just really don't like peppermint.
Oh, really?
I really don't.
Wow.
Wow.
The peppermint's going to be the best one. There is no
Great,
doubt.
great.
That's
in my
shocking.
mind.
Why don't you like peppermint?
It's just too overwhelming.
So I ate the
Really?
I ate the candy corn shaped one next. What is that one?
Oh boy.
The candy corn shaped one is Buddy's hat.
Yeah, I don't know what the flavor is, but it's fine.
Tastes like a waffle. Is it a waffle?
Yeah, it's maple
Yeah,
syrup.
it's
Syrup,
maple
yeah.
syrup. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
of course maple syrup,
I
yeah.
like that.
Go ahead and do the white one next, the snowman.
Okay.
See what you think of that one.
These are treats. I'm loving it.
This candy's McDonald's.
This is good.
Thanks, Pete Holmes.
After the maple one, it's difficult to kind of get a beat on
Is that
this.
just candy?
Sugar?
Yeah. It's just sugar flavor.
Toasted marshmallow.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
just sugar, but it's fine. I like it.
It's all sugar, baby.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do the blue whale next.
The narwhal.
What's candy corn?
Yeah, where's that flavor?
You should have just waited, Ben, because it's frosted sugar cookie, so it's just sugar.
Okay. Yeah, it's just sugar.
What was the candy corn?
Frosting. Tastes like frosting.
Yeah.
Candy
Those are good.
Candy corn
Good.
was maple syrup.
No, that's not the L4 food groups.
candy canes, candy corn, candy, and maple syrup.
Yeah. So the one
I didn't say
like a candy corn.
I didn't say they were. I didn't say they were
No,
all.
that was just asking.
Yeah, I was just asking.
That was another bit.
What the fuck? No, you gave me 4 pieces of candy, and you said the 4 food groups, and so I was expecting one to match up with each one. That's I'm not an idiot.
Well, first of all, you should have been thrown off immediately then, because the first one was peppermint, and I don't recall hearing peppermint.
Candy cane. That's candy cane.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my God! You gave me candy cane, and I tasted candy cane, and then you gave me maple syrup. The second food group, so I tasted it. Then the third one was candy. Okay, so then I'm looking for candy corn, and it never happened.
Look,
what the fuck is going on here?
You're not wrong. Because I too think that they should have stuck to it a little more closely. But at the same time, if candy corn was one of them, I'd be mad, because fuck candy corn.
And here's the fourth one. It's bacon. All right. Well,
God,
I guess
I'd love some bacon candy
I
corn.
might have turned around on that one.
Yeah. It's a nice little salty
All right,
sweetness.
let's just talk. Alex.
Yeah, buddy.
What's the
how do you
last?
guys feel about these Elf mellow cream treats?
Fuck off.
I did not like them.
What is the
Nate,
last,
you like them?
What's the last movie you saw?
I didn't dislike them.
Hey, you know what? Guess what, Nate? Congratulations. You get yourself a whole bag of Elf mellow cream treats.
I will love them.
Yeah. We have a new chili cheese Pringles here.
I have diabetes now.
You had diabetes before.
And I have pre-diabetes.
You have triabetes.
You've made that joke before.
No, you made that joke before.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
it's been a joke that's been said a couple times.
Hey guys, I have quadbetes.
Alex, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
You son of a bitch.
Yesterday, my oldest son and I went and saw The Marvels.
Oh, let's talk about it, because I saw it too. What did you think?
Now, that's Marvel's The Marvels, featuring Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel, right?
That's Marvel's The Marvels.
And I would have been 100% behind Professor Marvel as well.
Of course.
So,
Why
yeah.
wouldn't you?
I really
That's a joke from the movie,
I
Ben.
enjoyed it. Van
I'm with
enjoyed
you,
it.
buddy.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
There was like some weird tonal stuff. Like tone went awkward
there was
directions.
a couple disparate,
but it was fun. And I'm also like some Marvel movies have to be like comic books, and like comic books are usually ridiculous, and like the more superheroes you add to them, the more ridiculous they kind of become.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I enjoyed Quantumania. I've enjoyed this. Like I don't need everything to be super fantastic all the time. Like some things can be light and fun, and the enthusiasm that the young woman who plays Kamala Khan has,
Iman Vellani,
for the whole universe and everything, it bleeds through. For the first time, it felt like Brie Larson knew who Captain Marvel was, and like how she wanted to portray her.
It felt a little more layered than it
and so
usually
that was
is.
enjoyable. I across the board, I had a good time.
I'm
with it.
disappointed that it's actually not being that people aren't going to the film. My friend Joe Ruiz just went today, and he took a picture and posted on his Twitter of just him and his son in the theater. It was just the two of them on a Sunday matinee.
Oof.
And I'm kind of sad about that, because it is a good film and people should see this film.
It had a steep drop second week. Something like,
That's what I'm saying.
Like
And
83% or something
why
like that.
is that? Because it's not a bad film, right? There are other Marvel films that have done much better.
Is it just the burnout?
It's better than Thor 2.
I think it's a mix
Watch
of
your tongue.
it's superhero burnout still. It's the fact I think the Marvels has a little more of an uphill battle than some of the other Marvel stuff recently, because two of the main characters were only prominently featured in TV shows on Disney Plus. So if people aren't watching them and they feel a little bit left out, then maybe they're just like, I don't need to do that. And on top of that, Captain Marvel, even though it was very successful, she's not exactly the most popular character in the MCU. And then on top of that, you have the bad reviews going into it, and people are just probably staying away because of that. Can I interrupt Ben one more time? Probably.
Fucking asshole. Do you also think that there is this thing where, well, now we all know, eventually that's just going to hit Disney Plus. So I can definitely
That's
watch
part of
that
it too, for sure.
quote unquote free.
Yeah, I think that because that kind of happened with Elemental too, but Elemental worked out because the box office had long legs, and it still ended up making a pretty decent chunk of cash. But that opening weekend was not as big as like Pixar would have wanted, as Disney would have wanted, as any of the other movies.
Because this is something where the company is technically cannibalizing their own audience.
Oh, for sure.
So,
Well, I think that like superhero fatigue definitely plays into it. I actually kind of think with Marvel specifically, it's not it fatigue, sure, but I think it's actually less fatigue and more there isn't a compelling reason to go put your butt in the seat. Like,
Yeah.
It's hard to always compare everything to the before Endgame stuff, right? But it really did feel like I can't miss this Marvel movie because something about the greater Marvel story is going to happen in it. And now we're definitely in a period where no one knows what the greater Marvel
I don't want to
story is.
I don't want to watch
That's
the
a good
last
point,
one
right.
and have a hole.
We've talked about this before, is that the overall so far, everything that's happened after Endgame has kind of lacked focus, whether it's because of the multiverse making things maybe a little too big, or because they've only just recently started to hone in on who like the big bad is supposed to be.
I don't know who the big bad is right now.
So technically it's supposed to be Kang.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not anymore, right?
Well, I mean, they haven't officially changed that.
They put like Thanos at the end of every film. It seemed like,
well, there was always talk about the Infinity Stones and stuff like that. So there was something that was always tied to, but there hasn't really been much of anything tying these movies together other than characters appearing in each other's movies. So like it lacks focus right now.
Has the MCU thought about has Feige thought about just doing the thing where it's a brand new actor and it's me, deal with it as Kang?
I mean, so there was actually an article that came out a couple weeks ago, week and a half ago, something like that, about where Marvel is at right now and kind of like the trouble behind the scenes. And like they're considering everything. They're considering there's been talk of them potentially pulling Kang and making Doctor Doom the big bad instead.
And if that's done well, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
They haven't introduced Doctor Doom in anything
No,
yet.
not yet. Because they haven't introduced Fantastic Four yet. That's coming.
Is the Pedro Pascal thing real?
Pedro Pascal thing is 100% true.
He's playing Reed Richards.
He's playing Reed Richards.
You guys like that?
I'm fine with it.
He has to shave.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just had to be
He
clean.
can't
What
shave.
if that's in his contract? I will not shave.
Although,
Then
to be fair, Reed
I'm
Richards has had beards.
Yeah, but
John
not
Krasinski
your
had a beard.
first time on screen. Like
But
not
that
when
was
you
like an
come to
older
me.
seasoned Reed Richards.
Yeah,
So.
he's not seasoned yet.
So do you like that better
he
than
could be
the
seasoned,
John
though.
Krasinski?
Yeah, only because John Krasinski felt very safe and easy, but partially I also just have a bad taste in my mouth because they didn't do much with Reed Richards in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So.
Oh no, yeah, they just killed him.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for John Krasinski in the Marvel universe, cinematic universe. but-
I'm much
Just because
happier.
you look like him.
I'm much happier with Krasinski doing other things elsewhere than getting tied up with Marvel
Okay.
for a decade.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's a long.
He's a great filmmaker. So
There were-
a long gestation.
There was one of the other potential castings was them making Jake Gyllenhaal Reed Richards, even though he was already Mysterio.
And you guys like Gyllenhaal. You're Gyllenhaal-yaks, but
I think Gyllenhaal is very good. I'm not in love with him, but I think he's very good.
I think he's very good.
Yeah,
What's
fine.
wrong with Jake Gyllenhaal?
He would have been solid.
you know this. I don't love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
you
but
know
I
this.
still don't know why.
I just don't love him.
Is it
I
because you
love
don't
him
look like
you
Jake
guys.
Gyllenhaal?
I don't.
Pedro Pascal feels maybe just a little too old to be introduced
That's kind of
into
what
the
I felt.
Marvel universe.
I think it's just because he has an older face.
Well, I know, and like
Well, 'cause
obviously
he
they can
is
do a lot of
older.
stuff with the movie.
How old is he?
Pedro Pascal's in at least.
How old is he?
He's
He
at
is
least 50.
He's right now. He's
not 50.
No, he's 48. So by the time they're
So
going
he's
to make
not
the
50.
film, he's going to be 50.
It's gonna be-
If the argument is that
Alex,
Krasinski came in
How
later.
old is Reed Richards in the comics? Like 30ish.
Well, yeah, when they get their powers, they're much younger.
Yeah.
And then they age along with Marvel
Yeah.
pretty well. But like they're essentially like right out of college when
Yeah.
they go to space and get their powers.
It does seem strange to bring Fantastic Four into the equation and have Reed Richards be that age.
50. Yeah.
Right. It
You
feels
would
like
think
these
he should be
guys.
30
When they make this
something.
film, he's
Can
going
I
to be 50.
Can I devil's advocate a little
Sure.
bit? Honestly,
Yeah.
I really do think though, you've had two chances to boot this, and they both sucked. So, for my devil's advocate position would be, well, you know what? Another origin story. What the fuck are we doing? Everybody knows who they are. They're pretty famous. Like everybody knows what the Thing looks like in the Invisible Woman and the Human Torch. It's in the lexicon, and not just in comic book lore, but like a lot of people generally know. So why not introduce them as aged? That could be a move because again, I don't want to sit through another goddamn reboot.
The only
they have
reason
to come from the multiverse. Then they can't be in the universe where Tony Stark just died because like. Where was Reed Richards and everybody before
And
that?
I think
What were they doing?
Come
Yeah,
on, they do
like-
that shit all the time. Like
No, but
that would be hard to do
other
with
worlds.
this.
No, yeah, no. It's when you have such an interconnected universe, it is really hard to be like, okay, so the Fantastic Four have been around, but like, where have they been? During
No one
all
ever
this
mentioned it one time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but no, I do think that that's probably what they will do,
Yeah.
and that's probably the reason why he's older. And part of me wonders too is if maybe they'll, because I think that what they're going to end up doing with X-Men is giving a farewell to the original X-Men cast by doing multiverse stuff, and then Secret Wars is going to be like oh shit, everything is being reset, and like maybe we'll get a new version of Fantastic Four then. Because the other problem with him being older is that if he is,
you start there.
Yeah,
he's gonna be 60 by the
exactly.
third movie.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I can not stretch as much as I used to stretch.
That doesn't sound like Pedro Pascal at all.
I know, because I don't want to do the voice. You can do the voice.
No, I don't want to.
But
So-
you're Mexican.
So right now they've
Please?
got for the MCU they've got
Please?
Deadpool 3 coming out next year, July.
Nate,
Yep.
please. Just a little bit. Like old Reed Richards as Pedro Pascal.
Oh, I am very old.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then Captain America: Brave New World coming out February 14th to 2025.
Ooh, now do Captain America's voice. Almost got him.
Is anybody excited about that? The new Captain America iteration?
I'm not sure I'm excited about anything happening right now, honestly.
So that
I'm
honestly,
still
that's
excited
a
about
great-
Deadpool.
that's
Not
a great-
excited
Yeah,
about
Yes.
Deadpool.
I'm very excited.
I'm excited about Deadpool.
They got to be hoping Deadpool's going to do well, right?
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
will do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll do well for
Well,
sure.
it'll do opening weekend. It'll look great. If it's a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I am personally find myself in a surprising situation where there's not a lot happening with Marvel that I'm excited about right now, unless they really start to right the ship and get their shit together, because they've had some troubles. They need to pull back. They need to scale back, both as far as how much they're putting out and the scale of which they're putting out stories. And something's got to change.
How close are we? This is a real question. I'm not doing a bit. How close are we to them just digging deep into the pocketbooks and inflating a budget and saying, we got to find a way to bring Chris Evans back?
It's funny you say that, because that's one of the things that was mentioned in that Variety article. Is that one of the
How
talks?
do you reset is we could bring them back?
Multiverse.
No, I mean, sorry. In the real world with like contracts and this and that, yeah, throw money at them.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Get it back, because we need a reboot. We need to do this again.
No, well, one of the things that they have talked about is bringing back Scarlett Johansson and Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark and all that stuff to do, like getting them back together to like kind of
Shepherd the new whatever.
right, exactly. But I don't know. I think that's a bad idea personally. I think
I agree.
that just smells desperate.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we're talking about this, though, they're still commercially very successful, right?
Up until this last week.
No,
sure.
Multiverse of Madness has done really well. The
Yeah.
Thor: Love and Thunder did really well. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever did. These are all 800 million or more movies.
Sure.
And a lot of them, like I sent you guys an infographic. Did you guys study that at all? I mean,
I didn't know.
study it, but like most of the movies up until very recent, I mean, like Captain Marvel very recently, the opening weekend exceeded their budget.
Yeah.
Most of them, and that includes Wakanda Forever. That includes Quantumania. Like, even though these were not,
Quantumania didn't do real well. I think it only made like 420 or
opening
something.
weekend, it
but-
still crushes its budget. And then if you're in the positives by hundreds of millions of dollars, of course the studio doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's getting now where it's like Captain Marvel didn't even breathe the air of covering its budget within the first weekend.
Yeah.
I would also just very quickly
And
like
that's
to say,
strike stuff too, though.
my son loved the Marvels, and at the end, when a certain other young character shows up in a cool callback to another scene during one of those end credits, he like hooted and hollered when he saw that character, because he really liked her because she was young, and these are young ones. Maybe some of these movies are really not for us as much anymore. Like, that's why I agree that like the Robert Downey Jr. and bringing him back thing is a bad idea, because like the next generation of Marvel fans need to have Marvel movies too.
Yeah.
And so if you can only get the nostalgia bucks in seat, then you really aren't doing a good service in terms of
No,
like
it
to
would
your
be
studio.
a terrible idea.
It's the Star Wars problem.
And
But
so
it
like
would be a short-term cash grab, though, and they could get a lot of money if they did one more.
I think that there's real butter to be churned with the Young Avengers. I think there really is
The
a
Young
market for
Avengers.
that. Yes.
I've been curious about that, because that's something that like isn't super
That's what I'm saying.
appealing to me. And so like I've been wondering if like the younger audiences are latching on to the younger characters coming together as a new sort of team. But at the same time, I don't know. I think,
Hey, it's me, Colossus. I'm 7.
it's just tough to like imagine a world where like we're making movies prominently featuring these characters who have only ever existed on TV,
Yeah.
you know? And it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like weird to do that.
I took Finn, former guest of the show, Finn and Harry to the show. And his thing is, he's like, I think they should pull back on some of the TV shows on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
That's where he thinks the oversaturation is happening.
So full disclosure, I did not watch the
Ms. Marvel.
Which I actually really, really liked.
And I
thought it was a really well done show.
I didn't watch Loki season 2. I'm just too busy. I didn't watch that one and again, I saw the first season. It was good. It doesn't draw me in though to watch a series. I like movies.
I've heard the second season's great. I've not seen it. But if I go, I guess maybe I'm classic case here. If I go to the cinema and sit down and there's things from TV that have been pulled in that I haven't seen, I'm maybe not even going to see that movie.
Yeah.
Because why would I? I don't know what's going on.
Did you see the Marvels yet or no?
No.
Okay, yeah. It did help seeing Miss Marvel. I don't think you have to.
So Brad and I talked about that. I'm going to go see it without watching the I'm so sorry. What's
Ms.
the TV
Marvel.
show?
Ms. Marvel
Ms. Marvel's a TV show. The Marvels
is the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go see The Marvels without seeing Miss Marvel and just to see my opinion about I didn't get this part, I didn't get that part, whatever. I would be a good case.
I think
for
you'll
that.
still enjoy it, but it is a much more full film, in my opinion, knowing Kamala Khan's background.
Is it?
But you don't want an origin story, right? You're done with origin
Is it
stories. You're sick of
funnier?
origin stories.
Is
I think
it
you'll be
funnier
fine.
if you've? It's
not that
you get the jokes easier.
I don't know.
No, I don't know about that. The Marvels is funny on its own because you understand that Kamala Khan's character is just somebody who is fresh into the world of superheroes and she's just giddy about everything. But it adds more depth to the character and like what she's
you really
experienced
understand
so
her
far.
obsession with
Gotcha.
and the
Captain
family
Marvel.
dynamic too.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
her family's very tropey, and so like
Yeah.
you're not going to be like
Ms. Marvel is
why
the one
your
that you
brother
have.
like that. I don't understand.
It's a natural family. Like, I don't want my
Yeah.
16-year-old to be a
Like,
superhero.
yeah, you'll
so it's pretty
yeah.
easy to diagnose.
Ms. Marvel
Yes.
is the least problem you have connecting dots. You saw WandaVision, so
Yes.
you won't necessarily be confused by
Photon.
Tiana
I was-
Paris's presence as Photon. Yeah.
They didn't give her a name. That was
They
weird
didn't.
to me too because they hung a
Well, to
lamp.
be fair, they never
hung
referred
a
to
coat on
Captain
it.
Marvel by name until Ms. Marvel. So
That's true, but
Yeah. Hi,
it's
Captain Marvel.
right.
like they purposely hung a hat on it, so like it felt like
Well, that's the one thing that's always kind of bugged me about sometimes Marvel's sense of humor. It's like they're too cool to like make
Yeah.
earnest nods to the characters, and it's like, or the comic book details, like the fact that they like in Spider-Man No Way Home make fun of like that his name is Doc Ock, and it's like, oh, we have to poke fun at this. Like it
Yeah.
can't just be a thing. Like your name's fucking Spider-Man. Like grow up.
Yeah.
They're all made up names.
yep.
All right. Well, that's the last movie.
That's the last movie I saw.
that I saw. Now, Brad, what's the last movie you saw? And give me 30 minutes on it.
I saw Air Bud.
Okay, Nate, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Well, I'm going to have to admit early that I did not see my assigned film.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know. First of all, we're about 45 minutes in with that discussion, so it's not early.
what are
Maybe
we?
I did.
What are we even doing anymore?
I don't know. I watched you know what, Brad? You'd be proud of me. You assigned me a movie like last Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it Monday.
I am proud of you.
Nate?
Good for you. I didn't.
Anyway, you know what? Hey, Dad, thanks.
Nate, how many other movies did you watch?
A couple.
Interesting.
What'd you watch, buddy?
I watched Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain. It's a new film on Peacock, and it is kind of borrowing from our other podcast at 10 to 1. It is the Please Don't Destroy comedy troupe, if you will.
Trio. Triumvirate.
Ensemble.
That is now on SNL, created a film, and it is very, very funny.
Very funny. I saw it as well.
You saw it?
I
Yeah.
did. Oh, my God, it's funny.
Brad had seen it a couple months ago. Alex, did you see it yet or no?
I have not seen it yet. no.
Okay.
You should
It
watch
is.
It's
I-
funny.
It reminds
If you're looking
me,
for some chuckles, Alex.
it reminds me of a film I would have watched as a teenager and just loved. I mean, I loved it even as a 42-year-old, but it is silly. It is
And it's
these
silly,
guys.
It's silly in the right way.
Yes, these guys doing what they do on SNL, but there's certainly more layers
Dialed
to
up,
it.
yeah.
But it is they are masters of the absurd, and I just love it so much. And they actually do really well acting.
So
There's no major characters other than like John Goodman narrating it.
They're so
Conan
good,
O'Brien.
Conan, yeah,
They're
but first
so
acting gig for him.
good at two of them being absurd and one of them being grounded. And it always switches.
And that's the thing.
And I
The
love
straight
that
guy
so
isn't
much.
always the same.
Exactly. And it's like, blah, 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 hot dog. Wait, did you say hot dog? Like, they're always bringing it back to reality, so it doesn't ever get away from them.
Yep.
And pulling that
and the
focus,
hawk bit was
it's
just
so-
maybe
like, the whole movie's great.
They
observational stuff as
they
well.
keep the jokes coming fast too. Like it's I was reminded kind of like of 30 Rock. as far as like the joke pacing, and same with like, and the movie has a vibe of Hot Rod too. You know, I mean, that's really like a lot of inspiration mixed with like adventure movies of the '90s that it comes from. But I love how quickly it moves. Like one of my favorite side bits that it's so fast is when early in the movie when Conan O'Brien asks, "Wait a minute, why are your lips red? We're eating snow cones?" And then like
and Conan does so well in that. By the way, he does such a good job in that role.
Yeah, but he's like, wow, you guessed that really fast.
Yeah, that's a really good guess.
And then in that same sequence too, when they're talking about giving the alcohol to the kids, is like they could have been from Europe. I don't know. It's like, what made you think they were from Europe? Well, one of them was eating pain au chocolat.
Yeah, a certain je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
But Conan O'Brien really surprised me. I was expecting him to be funny, but he's a good actor. Like I was really surprised by how well he did here in his first role. But yeah, no, it's a really funny movie.
You can watch it right now if you subscribe to Peacock.
What's the next thing you saw, buddy, or the last thing you saw?
The other thing I saw was a
What
film.
was your assigned movie, by the way? It was The Rock by me.
Yep.
So go on.
I will watch it over the holidays.
You haven't seen The Rock?
No.
Huh.
I know.
Yeah. See?
Most of the action films that Ben watched, I have not seen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like The Rock is the only I've seen because it's a bad movie.
I don't know.
I did not say it was a bad film. I'm excited.
In your voice there,
I did not.
The action movie is a bad
Why do you always like read into my voices?
Because
I'm just saying.
Because my dad has a similar voice.
Because of the implication.
Because of the implication.
Instead of
I haven't seen the stuff the fucking idiot's seen.
you'll
Nate
love.
Loucks.
Hey, wait! You're gonna love this.
Oh boy.
Instead of The Rock, I watched
I hate you so much.
Xmas on FreeVee.
What the fuck
What
is
are you
this?
doing to me?
Is that an X-Men movie about Christmas?
Yeah, it is the X-Men.
Xmas?
Yeah.
God, I would love to watch that.
That would be good.
I know. Now that you mentioned it, I'm like, I would love that because I do love the Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's a Spanish film
Christmas.
about minimalism.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
It is a film
Because
starring
means
No, I got it.
Okay, you know what?
Robbie Amell, and
Robbie Amell.
Leighton Meester.
Yep.
Is that right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Speaking in tongues.
Okay, and it's not very good. So moving on.
Oh, you're telling you what? A movie
what?
on FreeVee wasn't very good?
Crazy.
Jeez.
Robbie Amell is the lesser Amell. So.
Is there another?
Yeah, and Stephen Amell isn't necessarily great.
It's
But
Arrow.
Robbie.
It's the lesser of two Weevils when the first Weevil kind of sucks.
Robbie though. Robbie is in a show I love. I love the show Upload on Amazon.
That's when he's dead, right? And they've
Yeah,
been done.
I love that
Yeah, I
show.
watched the
It's
first
great,
season of
yeah.
that. He is surprisingly good in that.
I feel like that show is probably his personality. Just he's able to.
He's also in Code 8. I don't know if does
I've never
anybody
seen
watch
that.
Code 8? That has both Amells in it. If you need to.
What?
Christ.
Stephen Amell was Casey Jones in the Ninja Turtles sequel.
The shitty ones.
didn't know that.
I don't know. I don't think they were shitty.
No, they were
That's
shitty.
not
I've
fair.
watched them a couple times.
Those
They're
movies,
fine.
those movies are fucking terrible. The second one, especially, is absolute dog shit.
Whoa.
I don't
So,
know.
hey, what's it like on your pedestal?
Second one has Casey Jones.
Yeah,
It's
and
oozy.
terrible. It makes zero sense.
But
whatsoever.
Code 8 also not very good. But there's a sequel coming.
Code 9.
No, it's Code 8 Part 2.
See, they can't even get their fucking titles right.
Even Aider or
I'm
something.
not-
Even
like-
Aider.
Code 8, Part 2, 9.
Yeah.
Brad, what's the last movie you saw?
Nate, hold on a second.
No, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
Nate, I don't. You
son of a bitch.
You actively went out of your way to watch this stupid fucking Christmas movie when you could have watched an action masterpiece known as The Rock.
All right, Brad. Hold on. Let me.
What are you doing? You could have sat down with Finn and watched The Rock, and he would have had a hell of a good time.
would have
and you
loved
would
it.
have been Dad of the Week.
Yeah, because he didn't love Xmas either. But
I did watch the shitty movie with my son, and he's like, I don't like it here.
and so
Ben said we could have watched The Rock.
he didn't know.
I want to go to Uncle Ben's house.
he didn't know that was on the table. But
you know what? I'm gonna find a way to get him. I'm gonna do carrier pigeon. And I'm gonna let him know, like, The Rock is
we
on
will
the
watch
table.
it. We will watch it over the holidays. Finn and I will. We'll watch The Rock, and he will give me his opinions, and I will bring them back to you. But listen, hey, what season is it? It's Christmas season, and I wanted to watch a Christmas movie, and this was a new one out, and I watched it. It was an hour and a half. How long is The Rock? It's probably 4 hours.
Yep, it's 4 hours. Brad, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Jesus Christ. The last movie I saw, I took some advice that we had on the last podcast.
Okay.
And I rewatched Office Christmas Party.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's better than I remember.
It is.
I do think that the third act still
Sure.
it
It's
kind
not
of
perfect.
Yeah, it becomes a little too like okay, like it's getting away from the party
Yeah,
and
but
whatnot.
come on,
Not absurd in the best way.
when that actor, that plays the businessman they're trying to impress, does the coke and swings from the thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, no, there's some really funny stuff. I honestly hadn't seen it since I saw it in theaters, and I remember thinking that it was okay, and so I never like went back to rewatch it.
I love Jason
I'm
Bateman.
glad I did, and I'll probably like rewatch it at least once every Christmas because
It's so good.
it's very funny. And my mom watched it actually too, and she enjoyed it. So
Well, your mom loves coke.
oh my god, she does at least 1 8-ball a day.
She's down to one.
Yeah,
She's down to what?
she's getting better. But no, I liked Office Christmas Party. So
8 ball.
That makes me happy.
8 ball 2, the sequel, 9 ball.
part 2.
Nah, I fucked that up. Sorry.
I also watched a movie that was assigned to me by my good friend Nate Loucks, and when my friends assign me movies, I always watch them.
Because it is the season.
You
of
don't.
giving.
You don't always watch them. You're lying.
He's
You
never
don't
missed
always
one.
watch them.
He's never missed one.
He's missed many of them.
Thank you,
Brad's
Ben.
never missed one.
Thank you, Ben. So I respect Nate, and I watched the movie that he assigned to me.
Wait a minute.
I mean, if we're going on respect,
Wait a minute. That feels like
Go
a dig on
on.
me. You son of a
go
bitch.
on.
No, it's
Let me say he doesn't respect me.
well, yeah, but that's an insult to you.
I know. That's what I said. It feels like an insult to me.
No, because you deserve to be respected.
I know, but
So
no, but you
I'm
brought
insult-
this in there, so this
But
is really you.
but I'm insulting Nate for insulting you.
Alex, who got offended there? Who should be offended by that?
I'm pretty sure it's Ben.
It's me, right?
I think it's Nate.
I don't know how I'm offended by it, but yeah, go ahead.
Anyway,
I watched the Shaun the Sheep movie.
Yes. Which Ben surprisingly has seen.
Yes, we actually had a whole conversation that Ben apparently loves Aardman Animation. This is the company that made the movie. They're a British-based stop-motion animation company. They're responsible for Wallace and Gromit, Chicken Run, and Shaun the Sheep. And Shaun the Sheep was based on a TV show that it was also a stop-motion animated comedy. One thing I didn't realize about this, I'd heard the movie was good, but I did not realize that it was a movie where the characters don't really talk.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I knew you wouldn't like it.
No, I really liked it because of that. Because it was the fact that it is an hour and a half movie and it's very funny and very clever, and it was able to sustain itself without having the characters talk. I actually really
it's amazing,
appreciate it.
right?
Yeah.
it's an achievement at that point.
The human characters, when you hear them talk, they kind of say like they make sounds that sound like they could be real words, but it's like Sims talk basically, kind of like gibberish. But but it's in Ben loves The Sims.
Look at me boobies. I'm female and British, and you should love me.
Oh no, Baby
He's
Spice
doing
is
his
back, I
British-
guess.
I
Or,
don't
He's doing his
like
British voice again.
British women.
but no, these. Oh Jesus.
Blanket statement.
Yeah, bring one up. Alex, bring up your favorite British woman right now.
Florence Pugh.
Don't like her.
Lawrence
Is Florence Pugh.
Pugh?
Don't like her.
Yeah, you do.
It's always
Yeah, you do. We all do.
Yeah.
You want to do it with me?
No, I don't.
Anyway, if Florence Pugh came in talking like that, you wouldn't even know what to do. So this is. I really like the fact that the characters didn't really talk, and like the comedy comes from a lot of like physical stuff, very clever things. It was just super enjoyable. I like this, like the British style of humor, especially in this form. Even their family friendly movies, it's not filled with like the same kind of like stupid childish humor that like is typically found in U.S. family films, like
U.S. sucks.
like Illumination Entertainment. Like they're not doing a lot of super clever stuff in Illumination Entertainment movies, and so that's why I love Aardman Animation, is because their comedy like works for adults and kids. And yeah, it's just really charming, super adorable, very funny, and yeah, I liked it a lot.
Good.
You guys were right. It was very, very good.
Hey,
It's charming.
Hey, Ben, do your Emily Blunt impression.
Oh, my name's Emily Blunt, and I love sleeping with the guy in the office.
What?
I love sleeping with the guy from the office.
Oh,
He's really good. He's got a soft cock.
are all the British women that you know old?
They're just, it's a terrible accent.
This is such a weird hill for him to die
I know it
on.
really is, because it's not a terrible accent.
interesting fun fact about Aardman Entertainment. The clay that they use,
Yeah.
it's a specific kind of clay. It's called plasticine. It's made at only one place.
And now they're running out of
That
it because
factory is closed.
Yeah. So now
so-
Aardman Animation is kind of
Yep.
in trouble, and they have to figure something out.
They should make some more.
I'm sure they'll figure out something.
It's an industrial secret.
Make some more.
I mean, I would solve the problem.
Okay. Wow. You know what? I would just solve that problem.
Yeah, they gotta solve it.
Just make some more.
Just gotta make some more clay for Aardman Animation. I also watched. another movie earlier this week. I went to it was technically a press screening, even though it was also a fan event screening for The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is, you put a thumbs down and you put it right back up, because I was pleasantly surprised.
What?
Let me tell you, if there was one movie
He
that
loves Jennifer Lawrence, though.
she's not in the movie,
She's not in it. That's what I'm saying.
not at all.
The
Didn't
one
even
thing
get
that would
offered a part.
the one thing that would redeem
Residual
the film is not in the film.
Yeah, and so this is a movie where I didn't care, because I was like, A, I don't think The Hunger Game needs a prequel, and
Agreed.
B, it certainly doesn't need one about President Snow. And I didn't read.
I don't even know who that is.
I didn't even read the book. I read the first 4 Hunger Games books, or the 3 Hunger Games books. 3?
Yeah, they
there
split
were
the,
three.
Yeah, they split the second one, yeah.
I never
I read-
saw the second movie though.
Part 2 of the finale.
I never saw it.
It's
Code 8.
pretty good.
Code 8 Part
There's a
2,
sequel coming soon.
Mockingjay 3.
I was not remotely excited or interested. Didn't care. I went to see it simply because I knew it was going to be big for Slash from the coverage, just to be in the know. I was pleasantly surprised by how good it was. This is a rare prequel that doesn't try and do a lot of like stupid winking and nodding, like, hey, remember this talks about Hunger Games and there's some ties to it. It does such a great job.
We got some games. They're pretty hungry.
Of leaning into the relevancy that Hunger Games has fallen into a bit more, because when Hunger Games first came out, things were a lot better, and then things got worse. And then those movies and books kind of became a little more relevant for younger generations and things like that, because there was a lot of ties to stuff that was happening in our society and government. And so this one kind of it leans into that more because of how it focuses on Snow, and how this character who seems like he could have some redeeming qualities and maybe has some good about him, is just a piece of shit. And it's played so well by Tom Blythe, and Rachel Zegler is outstanding in this movie. My God, she was in the West Side Story remake directed by Spielberg. She's phenomenal in this movie. The production design in this movie is really cool. It has this retro futurist style where it feels like it takes place in like 1960s Berlin, but it also has that like dystopian feel about it as well. Jason Schwartzman as Stanley Tucci's like ancestor, as one of the flickermen.
That was the one thing that in
So
the trailer
good.
I'm like, oh, they really could be.
He has some incredibly darkly comedic moments that like had me laughing out loud in the movie. But no, if I had a big complaint about this movie, is it's 2.5 hours. And you really feel it in the back half. After the first hour and a half, I was like, oh, we're wrapping things up. And I looked at my thing. I was like, nope, we got 1 more hour to go. And it feels a little bit slower. And some of that is because, from what I understand, the structure of the book and how the story plays out. And so it's hard to adapt in a traditional 3-act kind of way.
But it wouldn't have been enough where they could split it into 2 movies.
No, and honestly, one of the things that they talked about on the press tour, director Francis Lawrence has said if he could do it over again, he would not split Mockingjay into 2 parts, because he thinks that it really kind of hurt the story and
Gotcha.
wasn't a good idea.
Gotcha.
So he didn't want to do that this time. And honestly, if they did, the second movie would have been
Boring as fuck.
Yeah, it just wouldn't have worked.
I know there's a lot of walking.
So this
I don't
is
know.
just a standalone film. They're not going to make a sequel or anything.
There are no plans to do a sequel, and because this is based on a book, there isn't another book yet. If Suzanne Collins wanted to write another book, she easily could. There's enough space here between this movie and The Hunger Games that there's a lot more story they could tell. And honestly, I would be interested in seeing what happens and what else there is to go on. But yeah, if this is all it is and what it turns out to be, perfectly fine with that. It was very satisfying. I think it's really, really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right.
Ben,
Hi.
did you see anything?
I did. I watched the Please Don't Just Try the Foggy Mountain Boys. And it was
Soggy Bottom Boys?
It was very good.
I am a man of
Searching for some
constant
treasure.
sorrow.
I can see them doing that in that film too.
I love it.
You know, yeah, it was obviously we talked about it. But then my buddy Brad gave me Brian and Charles,
Yes.
which I had never heard of. I never even literally had to look up what the fuck you get. I thought, is this, are you fucking with me? This is a made up movie? But no, it's a real movie, guys. And it was it stars.
And you're the 4th person to see
exactly.
it.
I don't people that I've never heard of, that have never been in anything else. No, I'm sure they have been. But it's a story of an inventor who is a bad inventor. He for example, he's in a convenience store early on in the movie, and he's just a doddering kind of silly guy, and he takes himself seriously as an inventor, and he's very optimistic. Well, the next one's going to be the thing. The next one's going to be the thing, and he wears like if you threw a net into the water to catch fish, he puts them on his shoes, and now he's got shoe nets to catch things. Like, it's just really bad things, right? But he accidentally invents AI, and this being with the body of a washing machine and a mannequin head.
Oh, I've seen. Okay, yeah.
Comes to life basically, and it basically becomes like father-son stuff because he doesn't have a family. He's a single guy. He's kind of a hermit. He lives alone, and he lives in a very small town. And there are like local town bullies, and he's ostracized. He's not very good with the ladies, obviously, but he starts developing this relationship with trying to teach Charles how to behave and how to grow and how to learn. And then there's the typical adolescence, like, I want to travel. I want to travel. I want to go. And he's like, no, you've got to stay here. But I want to go. Why can't I go? And it's very much.
Yeah, Charles the robot talks in as a very speak and spell kind of way.
Oh, can I go to the market with you? And he's like, no,
I would like to get some gum.
Can we go? He's adorable. Charles is fantastic. But he's basically, he turns into kind of a petulant child that runs away or wants to run away.
Yeah.
And he gets kidnapped by the town bullies, and then so Brian has to go save him. And there's a girl, and it's a beautiful, beautiful movie. It really is. I wish that they would have gotten there a little sooner. It was just slightly hard to, like, the first, I'd say 20 minutes, like, what am I watching? Like, I know this is my assigned movie, so I'm gonna sit through it, but not a lot happening, and it's not like British humor level of like dry enough where it's mockumentary style and it's funny.
What did the female character sound like?
That's funny. But no, it was very much like this. What's the point of this? But then once Charles comes to life, then it picks up so much.
Yeah.
And it's just such a great. It's a feel-good film. It's all the things you want it to be. I really appreciate you assigning me. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, because I really like this. This was a Sundance movie, and I hadn't heard. David Earl is the main guy. He plays Brian, and so what's cool about this is the concept of Brian and Charles. So it was a short film before this, but in addition to that, they actually did comedy shows where.
Really?
Yeah, where Charles was like a character on stage, and they
be a guy in the washing machine body and everything.
Yeah, but on top of that, they also did live robot voice stuff.
Sure.
So like that, it was really cool. I actually, if you go,
I want to go to Hawaii.
Right. If you go to /film.com or you go to Google and just type in Brian and Charles interview /film, you'll see I talked to the director of the movie and David Earl about the movie and like the history of the characters and that kind of stuff.
There's a lot of surprising, clever moments. There's, especially towards the end, I was actually very surprised by a few things, and I was very happy.
Yeah, it's a very enjoyable movie. If you haven't seen it, it's available on Amazon Prime right now, and it's worth watching.
I feel like you could definitely watch it with your kids. I don't think there's
absolutely.
There's nothing crass about it or anything like that.
Yeah, no, it's a very family friendly.
Yeah.
Nate, I would suggest you watch it with Finn. I think you guys would like it a lot.
It is.
He's got a head on a washing machine.
Honestly, it's exactly how he sounds. You made my body of a washing machine. I did make your body of a washing. He just agrees with him the whole time. You hid. You did such a good job hiding. I did. So cool. He's very cute.
Did we talk about this then with Finch? Yeah. Didn't we bring this film? Or you bring this film up a little bit?
You might have talked about this film when we talked about Finch.
There's a good chance.
I think we did. I think because I remember you talking about this film before.
I don't know if we were podcasting when I saw Brian and Charles during Sundance. I think I did though.
Finch would be the post-apocalyptic sad version.
It sounds like
of this.
My version.
This is the Nate Loucks version.
The Finch's.
Brian and Charles is the Ben Konowitz version for sure.
Nobody dies.
It's a feel.
I'm not watching it.
Not only that, nobody even almost dies, except for maybe somebody that doesn't.
I'm not going to have to go for a walk and ponder my existence afterwards.
I mean, honestly, after you watch Brian and Charles, probably because it's fucking you.
Oh, sad boy. I'm just a sad boy.
I'm a sad boy.
I am a man that loves some trailers.
And you watch them with your friends.
and then record a fun podcast about them.
I don't feel like they're on the song anymore.
No, but he did it of like.
But
his
you
own
did start it,
natural
and I was
accord.
really proud of you right there.
Does anybody know that song
Growth.
beyond the refrain anyway?
I'm a man of constant sorrow, and then make stuff
and then
up.
something else, and then something else.
Good job, Ben. You didn't even
Hey,
have to
I'm so
force
proud of
you to
you.
do
I'm
that.
so proud of you.
Yeah.
Guys, I tried my best.
You are just a treasure. You're learning every day, just like Charles.
Yeah, Foggy Bottom. Here we go. So yeah, we did watch a couple trailers. Which one would you like to? Let's start with the Mabel Web.
Mabel.
That's what the name of it is.
Which one is it?
Honestly, I never even.
Maybe
I
it's
didn't
not
even
even
hear that they were making.
Yeah.
Hold on, Nate. You didn't hear about the fact that they're making a new movie based on an obscure Spider-Man character named Madam Web?
Madam Web.
I did not hear that, but
Wait, are you saying this is from the same studio that brought you Morbius?
Oh, it absolutely.
not only the same
is.
studio, I think the same writer.
I forget. I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone's writing these movies. I think
Yeah.
it's computers.
Well, it couldn't have been the exact same writer because they didn't have a scene where blood from a spider fell into her blood to give her spider powers. And as we know in the Sony universe, that's how all your powers come from.
But you know what we were gifted with? We were gifted with this wonderful line of dialogue that I'm just going to read that the internet absolutely ran with and turned into the best new meme in a long time. And that line of dialogue is, "He was with my mom in the Amazon when she was researching spiders right before she died."
Yeah.
A real sentence in this trailer. Good God. If you haven't watched the Madam Web trailer, please take the time to do it. It is a laugh riot. This is a movie that is based on a character who is found in Spider-Man comics. This character has the ability to see the future and then adjust whatever she does, played by Dakota Johnson,
The Web.
to survive that outcome and make it better. There's a very Final Destination vibe to this movie.
And yet, they chose a very sexual song.
What's that song, Ben?
I don't even know what the song is, but it's a very sexual song they went with, which pulled like 50 Shades of Grey vibes.
Just because Dakota Johnson.
Honestly, so I'm like, what are they doing here? Is this the fourth 50 Shades of Grey movie?
All right, let me give you the list of films that the writer Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless have written, and tell me if you've seen any of these films. Starting with 2014's Dracula Untold. Did you guys see that?
I did not see it.
people
but
love that movie. Some
not
people
see
do.
it.
I remember.
You
No,
didn't
but
see Dracula Untold?
hold on. No, I do remember in Dracula Untold. There's a great line. He was with my mother in the Amazon right before she was bitten by that spider or whatever.
in Transylvania,
No,
when she was
bats.
bitten by
Yeah.
a bat.
Bats.
She
right
was in
before she
Transylvania
died.
researching bats before she died.
Dracula Untold is the prequel to Morbius. It explains.
you go, there
It
you go.
explains how those bats get in that.
I haven't
cave.
even heard of this film. It stars Luke Evans, Dominic Cooper, Sarah Gadon.
Yeah, it's like
Have you really seen this film?
It's like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like superhero Dracula.
yeah. If you wanted Dracula to be a superhero, this was how you would get there.
Yeah.
All right. Then they also wrote. By the way, it has a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No way.
Generous.
They also wrote The Last Witch Hunter. Have you heard?
Yeah, that's Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
That's a Vin Diesel project.
My boy.
That's based on his D&D character from when he was in high school.
That's true.
Is that really
Yeah.
right?
I'm gonna love all these movies. I can already tell.
What about the next film they wrote was Gods of Egypt?
Ooh, yuck.
Is that with Joel Edgerton?
Yeah.
Oh
And,
wait, that was like a Clash of the
An-
Titans
Angelina
ripoff,
Jolie?
right?
No,
No,
this
no.
is with
wait.
Chadwick Boseman, Brenton Thwaites, and
Oh, that
Nikolai
one.
Coster-Waldau.
What's the one I'm thinking of, Brad?
The one that you're thinking of is
Alexander. No.
no, not Alex. That's the one with Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. What's the one with Patrick?
Beowulf.
No, shit. What is
This one though, just
Christian Bale's in it too.
this one
God,
was
no.
made in
Gods of
2016.
Egypt.
No, hold on.
I didn't know
Hold on,
Chadwick
wait, hold on,
Boseman was
hold
in
on,
this.
hold on,
Say
hold on,
God's a
hold on.
midget?
Hold on.
Gods of Egypt.
I'm trying to find it now. Hold on.
Brad and I know of a movie that I just said.
Exodus, Gods, and Kings.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought this
I think
was.
that's what I was
Okay.
thinking of too.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a different movie from Exodus, Gods and Kings.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, like I said, it has like Nikolai, the guy from Game of
Nikolai
Thrones.
Coster-Waldau.
Thank you.
Nikolai Volkov.
It has Jerry Butts in it. Brenton Thwaites.
Yeah, he plays-
Chadwick
yeah.
Boseman.
He plays one of the gods of Egypt.
Rufus Sewell.
Rufus Sewell. Yeah.
Jeffrey Rush. It had a budget of $140 million to make this film,
Bet your ass it did.
and it
And
has
it was all on the screen.
and it has 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. And then actually, the 2017 Power Rangers, they wrote that one.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Now we're getting into his over. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they didn't really do much
No.
after that until 2022.
Well, I imagine it's because they've been biding their time, waiting
That-
for Madam Web to
No,
rise
no,
up.
they did a film before that.
Morbius.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I saw Morbius in theater. Am I the only person here who saw Morbius in theater?
I did
You
not.
are. I didn't
This
see it in
reminds
theaters.
me of a Family Guy bit where Chris Griffin walks out of No Way Out and just says, "How does he keep getting work?"
This movie looks like a silly goose.
It really does.
Much like Morbius, it feels like a movie that got lost in 2005, and they found it like, oh, let's put this out. We don't have to do much to finish this.
Like we have a universe where we don't get to see what Batgirl, but we get to see this.
Yeah, exactly.
They decided not to show this one.
Yeah,
There's
Cool.
2 different Spider-Women in this.
I'm pretty sure there's 3.
Well, no, the third one has a different
Well,
spider name.
what a tangled web we
But, like,
weave.
yeah.
When first we practiced to thrieve.
Yeah,
because Dakota Johnson is Madam Web. She
Yes.
doesn't go by Spider-Woman.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney.
who is fine.
I forget what her alternate name was. That we gave her.
She's Julia Carpenter, Spider-Woman.
No,
Yeah, there's 2 Spider-Women
And then
no. Ben didn't know her name, and so he called her like Sugar Bottom or something. I don't remember what it was.
and then Celeste O'Connor is also Spider-Woman.
Sugar bottom.
Celeste O'Connell of Ghostbusters Afterlife fame.
And then Isabel Merced
Yeah, she's from Transformers: The Last Night and Dora the Explorer. The movie.
From Mercy.
is also a Spider-Man, but she is the
Spider
She's
Woman.
also a Spider-Man.
Spider-Woman. Ariana
Huffington.
Ariana.
She's Ariana
Ariana
Grande.
Grande.
Also a spider. Who was the bad guy in this? That was like a knockoff Oscar Isaacs. That was
No, I don't
playing the Ezekiel Sims is the bad guy. He's got all sorts of spider stuff going on,
Yeah, I bet he does.
but he doesn't have a bad guy suit, and he had a bad guy suit in this one.
Yeah, his bad guy suit is like Murder Spider-Man.
Well, it was like somebody found like a Spider-Man suit and like off the lot.
Yeah, and then like and Hot Topicked it up.
Like we put Nicolas Cage in this in the late 90s because he was almost Spider-Man, and like now we found it again.
Yeah.
Like the low rent Pedro Pascal. Like, I was, oh yeah, I go by Pedro Pascal.
I don't get that. What you just
I
did.
don't know.
Are they?
Piss
Oh,
Pascal.
So are they
Too
going
much
to
of a
pull?
difference.
Yeah,
Are they
right.
going to pull all the threads on this?
The webs, you mean?
Yeah, all the threads of the web together into like a Sony super. There's no Spider-Man
God, I
here,
hope so.
extravaganza.
I mean, I think that
A crapaganza.
I think the idea that Sony has is that they would like all this stuff to like be connected to where Tom Holland Spider-Man can exist in the MCU, but also has a place in like their Spider-Man universe. And I don't necessarily know.
If I was
how-
Tom Holland, I would not want a place in that universe.
No,
if
no,
you could
definitely
please keep me out of your Dakota Fanning universe, that'd be great.
Dakota Johnson.
Either one.
Either one.
But yeah, I don't know. Like,
Did Craven the Hunter get pushed back?
it did
Okay,
Oh, no.
because of the strike.
Yeah, okay. So this comes out before Craven the Hunter now.
I found Morbius to be good bad. I expect Craven the Hunter to be good bad as well. Like it was bad, but it was enjoyable to watch at
Oh,
the time.
I did not enjoy anything about Morbius.
Oh,
at
I
all.
saw it with Jack, and we had a lot of fun, and he paid for it. That was
That'll
the
help.
caveat. I'll
Yeah,
go.
I suppose if I was I don't know,
High as fuck.
having
and it was free.
having sexual intercourse with the hottest woman in the world while watching Morbius, I might enjoy it as well. I don't know.
You'd last longer.
That's probably true because I would just be sitting there thinking, "What the fuck's going on in this movie?" Oh, that's right, I'm having sex. Oh my god!
Wait, why is Jared Leto climbing the Empire State Building? Or
No, wait, stop it! You're having sex.
That wasn't even to promote Morbius.
I just
like
want
a random Jared
Leto
Leto
to
bullshit.
not get cast in anything else ever again.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah,
Him and Emil Hirsch.
Does Emil Hirsch get
I
cast
just
in
don't like
anything?
Emil Hirsch.
he just hasn't done much lately. I don't think, and
I feel like he does like
Popsicle commercials. I don't like him.
what's your problem with him?
I don't know. I saw him early on in a couple things that I just don't like him.
Emil Hirsch, I've had no strong opinions about him because he's got like just a forgettable face.
Yeah,
But
good.
apparently he's kind of a dickhead.
But Jared Leto, I'm pretty sure might be leading a cult.
Oh, yeah,
No, he definitely is.
He is.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
But more power to him.
100%.
Yeah.
good for him.
It's hard to get people organized to do anything these days.
Have you seen these union strikes? All right.
Well, that's fun.
So
We did it.
this movie does come out February. Oh, it's a Valentine's movie.
Yeah,
February
it's
14th.
50 Shades of
2020.
Grey
Yeah,
again.
it's for the lovers out there. We also watched the first trailer for a new movie that's coming out by the name of Garfield. And this is about President Garfield and his...
I would see a movie on President Garfield. I'd love it.
I would see a movie where Garfield was president.
Okay, yeah. Garfield for president.
Yeah,
I would see
Garfield
that.
the cat.
I mean,
No
no.
taxation without lasagna.
This is a new... Now we're talking. This is a new animated movie about Garfield, the orange cat.
Now, who do they get to do the voice? Because honestly, You got to get somebody that disappears into the role.
Well, and I'm glad you said that because they got somebody who is very well known for doing outstanding voice acting.
Okay.
They're a chameleon in this art form.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you never would have recognized their voice.
I mean, Bill Murray, it was an indelible Garfield.
Absolutely.
That's the voice that I think of when I think of Garfield now.
Yeah, as well you should. So they brought in a heavy hitter by the name of Chris Pratt.
What?
Yeah, to
We
play
were so lucky.
Garfield.
Wow.
Yeah, I
we
know.
live in a world where we not only get It's a Me, Mario, and now hi, I'm Garfield. And that's my Chris Pratt.
Hate it all you want. My kids love the Mario
Cool.
movie. Like
I didn't. Yeah, I had no problems with the Mario movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I had problems with it, but I'll sit through.
But his voice
sit through
acting
it again in about a
didn't
week.
take me out of
Yeah,
the movie
yeah,
or
whatever.
anything. It was fine.
That
I
wasn't
actually
my
didn't
problem.
see the movie.
It was fine.
I just saw the trailers where
I think his voice acting was actually better than I thought it would be.
Hi, I'm
However,
Chris
in Garfield or Super Mario?
Super Mario.
His voice acting was definitely better, just from this trailer.
Yeah.
But I hated everything about this trailer, so I probably shouldn't.
I'm sorry, you hated everything about this trailer?
Pretty much.
Did you see the part where he ate lasagna?
No, they teased it, but then he ate pizza instead,
No,
a
but-
food he's not
no,
known for.
You must have blacked out for part of it.
I might have.
Because he definitely ate lasagna.
No.
He had a whole tray of lasagna.
Garfield's a dick.
Garfield, he's a
dick.
rascal.
No, he's a dick.
He's a rascal.
He's a selfish asshole, and John Arbuckle, he deserves love. That's all he wants. And just Garfield constantly just being a little asshole.
How did this happen? Like, no, seriously. Like, who needed a There are
Say
Garfield
what you
movies.
Want. This will make money.
It will.
I know how. That's what I'm saying. Like, who
I think it's mostly because
is going to see it?
Does
Like,
Jim Davis have a cult?
Right,
Jared
like-
No,
Leto?
they haven't made a Garfield movie in almost 20 years.
and there are still people driving around with Garfield stuck to their window. So it's like it is a universal brand.
No, it is. People love Garfield.
I mean, I like Garfield fine. I just am shocked. Like,
The only thing that's bringing me maybe that this film might come together is the writer and directors are the same ones that did their
Morbius.
No. Wouldn't that be great? They did The Emperor's New Groove, which I think is great. I love The Emperor's.
Impossible.
And they did Chicken Little, which I think is another good film. And so,
You like Chicken Little?
yeah, I like Chicken Little.
Fuck.
Chicken little bitch.
I mean, the music from the beginning when he was a kitten, like that whole scene was so weird, and the music was really strange. Yeah, and then like strange Garfield origin story.
It's
Because if
just
there was the
so
one
weird.
question we need to
Honest
answer,
to God,
is
though,
where did
it's-
Garfield
it's so
come
weird.
from?
Make me sad about Garfield.
Because I was, and it was so long of a buildup. And then it goes from that. He turns it from 0 to 1,000. Where he's like, the whole pizza. I'm gonna eat everything. What the fuck just happened? And
Well,
then-
Garfield's very hungry.
Oh
His-
my god.
His dad's the size of a refrigerator. Like the proportions were really off. And that he has an absentee dad. Like what mythology for Garfield is this? That why would there was no normal and like
Well, they're saving normal.
if you need someone to oppose.
we don't know there'll be no
Garfield.
normal.
But also, it's like the dad is now in his life, and the only thing we see about him is him physically kicking him off of a train.
Who was
He's
voicing?
clearly a dick.
Who was voicing John? Do you know?
Nicholas Holt.
Was that Nicholas Holt?
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
wondering. But we've got Hannah Waddingham is in the film. Ving Rhames, Cecily Strong, Brett Goldstein, and Bowen Yang are characters as well. So we'll see what they play.
Oh, Bowen Yang's got to be voicing Nermal. And if he's
I
not, I'm
certainly
going to
hope
be
so.
pissed.
I might come back around if there's
Exactly.
if Bowen Yang is normal.
Not gonna lie.
Here's the thing. I don't think Chris Pratt's voice fits Garfield as
No.
a
it
character.
doesn't at
And-
all.
And I'm not
and
a
some-
Pratt hater, but this does
Yeah.
not fit.
But I'm hesitant to like completely write it off though, because if they're doing a different take on Garfield
They clearly
to
are.
move away from the dryness that it has defined Garfield for so long, that's fine, because the voice of Lorenzo Music in the original animated series and the voice of Bill Murray, they both shared similar takes on Garfield. They gave him a
it's
very dry
very
personality.
Almost sarcastic a little
Like,
bit. And, yeah.
Fun
that's
fa-
a good idea. I don't want lasagna.
Fun fact: Lorenzo Music voiced Garfield in the animated series, and then Bill Murray voices him in the movies. Bill Murray plays Venkman in the Ghostbusters series, and Lorenzo Music voices Venkman in the real Ghostbusters animated series.
Is that the one that does it in like the holiday special as well?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
one of my favorite because it's the grandma. Did you ever see that
It's
one?
a very nice holiday.
I really like.
I like it a lot. Yeah,
and the grandma's really lonely, and
Yeah.
Garfield notices because Garfield's not a bad person.
No, Garfield's a dick. He goes over there only to eat the lasagna.
No, there's a heart though. There's a heart in there.
yeah. Garfield
As long as
is
he gets the lasagna.
Garfield is very selfish, but then he learns lessons.
This
Don't
Garfield
just eat
sucked.
more lasagna.
Yeah, I just I don't care about this movie, but obviously it's not for me. You know, they're not saying what's the
It's
30.
gonna make 500 million. And
And I grew up reading Garfield comics all the time. I used to love checking out the treasuries from the library and
Yeah,
stuff.
because
Did you watch
Jim
the cartoon too? I love.
Yeah, I love the cartoon. I love it.
Jim Davis is from Indiana.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and isn't he like? He's got to be like very old.
He
right?
is. He's very old.
And
I
so,
think
like,
he died
did-
actually.
Did somebody
didn't he?
come
No,
to him?
they're still
no,
coming
he's
with
still
new
alive.
Garfield
I'm
every
almost
day.
positive
Are they
he's
really?
still
Yeah.
alive.
Oh, I thought he died.
But it's like somebody came to him and they're like, okay, we're going to do a Garfield movie. What territory haven't we explored yet with Garfield? And like
Baby Garfield.
Yeah, baby Garfield.
You know, there's a trend doing that recently because they did the same thing with Scoob, the animated Scoob
Yeah.
movie that came out a couple
Well,
years ago.
there's nothing else to do unless you're going to reboot it again.
I just think that they have a tendency to like they want to create this new adorable moment of like I think it's like the Baby Yoda syndrome. Really, it's like we want to see little tiny versions of things because they're so cute.
Well, I
You know,
think
do that with American Psycho. I want to see young baby Patrick Bateman.
They did. It's called Bates Motel.
Also, though, it's worth pointing out it has been 20 years since a film has come out.
Almost. It's
Almost. Well, yeah, I think
2006 is when
Yeah,
last
the
one came out.
Squeakquel.
A Tale of Two Kitties.
I'm trying to imagine going home and going to my 12-year-old, my 10-year-old, and my 6-year-old and going, hey, do you guys want to go see the newest Garfield movie? And them not laughing at me and then going, what and or who is Garfield, Dad?
Yeah, my kids don't want to see this.
I thought you were going to stop talking.
you show them the
after
trailer?
Gave them your ages.
I did not, but
I'm having a hard time going.
No,
home
we
to
saw. We did see the trailer together. Yes, and we always, whenever we go to a film, a new film, in the trailers we have this thing where we do a thumbs up, thumbs sideways. Thumbs sideways means we'll watch it at home, and thumbs down means we're not just going to see it at all. And we didn't see this at the trailer recently, but we do this when we watch it at home. Neither one of them wanted to go to the theater to see it, but they would maybe watch it if it was on the TV or something.
Okay, Alex, your assignment is to go home and ask your kids if they want to see the new Garfield movie and tell us what they say.
In the theater.
If my children, if any of my children, of the three of them, I will be 100% honest about the results of this test. If any of my three children know who Garfield is as an existent IP character, I will buy 4 tickets to the Garfield film and give them away to charity because I still won't go to see it. But
that doesn't sound very charitable.
But I would be amazed if any of my kids really.
I
He
bet
doesn't
they've
come
heard
out
of
of a
Garfield.
toilet on the YouTube and sing songs.
They've not heard of Garfield. They've
There has
heard
been
of like Flintstones, right?
If it hasn't been a skin in Fortnite.
Okay.
That's what they need to do.
I bet you they will too.
Of course.
They'll have like a lasagna gun or something.
Once again, I might get back on board.
His signature move will be kicking people off tables.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. It'll be amazing.
It's like your character wakes up in Abu Dhabi.
All right. So Bill Murray's not. He's getting too old. They don't want to cast Bill Murray. Who do you cast as a big name in this role instead of Chris Pratt?
Paul Giamatti.
I mean,
Big name.
It's not a bad.
Paul Giamatti.
No,
Oscar
like a
winner
big
Paul
name.
Giamatti.
Do you think Paul Giamatti's going to bring people out to the theater?
You know who actually would be the perfect Garfield?
Yeah.
H. John Benjamin.
That's not a bad choice either.
Yeah, but again,
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman would be good.
that would actually. That's a good choice. I like that.
Tom Cruise. We did it, guys.
When does Garfield come out, Nate? So everyone knows. Put in their calendar.
Garfield comes out May 24th. Hey, I do have a follow up
Put
for
it in
you.
your
Just in time
meowender.
for Memorial Day. Meow Memorial Day.
This is the.
Go home.
I have a question for you guys.
Garfield doesn't eat pizza.
If they don't say Meow Memorial Day, I'm gonna be so pissed. I don't know why it's so funny.
Brad really likes that joke. I thought it was just fine. That was pretty easy, but Brad really tickled his feather on that one.
It's just got me right in there.
Just meow Memorial Day got you going, huh?
It's so good.
I celebrate Catherine's Day.
By the way, no. But he's almost in his giggle, by the way.
Yeah, I know. God, Brad Oman, the only man that laughs harder at his own jokes than anything else he's ever laughed at.
Sometimes when there's gold, you just gotta receive it.
That's what that is for sure. Yeah, you know what? Leave that one in the litter box. Okay, we're good.
All right. Hey, I don't have a game for you, but I do have a trivia for you guys.
That's kind of a game.
Yeah. And so, excluding follow-ups, Garfield is the 11th fully CGI film to be based off a comic strip. Okay? What are the other ones? And see if we'll go through whoever can name the most. We'll say wins. Comic strip first.
Fully CGI. It was a comic book strip, and now it's fully CGI, not animated.
Well, been animated.
Yeah.
No,
well,
drawn or
CGI. CGI.
Yeah, because drawn.
Yep, CGI,
Okay.
not drawn. CGI. Computer graph.
Wow, that's probably a pretty good question there.
How many other ones have there been?
This is the 11th?
Yep. So 10.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I'm
So starting in 2000, I'll give you this hint. The first one is in 2006.
I'm starting. I think I'm having
Rex
trouble
Morgan ND.
trying to figure out if any of the movies I'm thinking of were comic strips, and I just didn't realize they were comic strips.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. What about you can give me
Heathcliff? Is there a Heathcliff?
I don't think Heathcliff.
No, but I do.
I don't think Heathcliff has gotten a CG movie yet.
No.
I do like that you went with Heathcliff.
So was Alvin and the Chipmunks a comic strip? Because like that's the kind of stuff I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I don't think that was, though.
It is not on here.
Marmaduke?
Nope,
No.
it was not.
Clifford.
No,
No, that's
Rex
that was
Morgan,
books.
MD?
Those are books.
Dick Tracy? Is there a Dick Tracy animated
No, he
film?
said starting in 2006. I don't know.
No, the
animated.
the movie. Not the comic strip. The movie.
No,
was
I know.
in
That's what Dick Tracy came out in 1990.
There could have been an animated
like
one,
a
though, is
CGI
my
version
point.
of it is what he's saying.
But there isn't
Spider-Man?
We don't know that.
one. Yeah, we do.
Wait.
I said Spider-Man. There's a Spider-Man comic.
Which one?
What?
What?
Which Spider-Man is CGI?
Well, Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Okay, yeah,
But that's
Alright.
not really a... No, that doesn't
that is.
count.
I don't know.
That
Comic
is
book
that
character.
is a.
So it
that
is
is
a
a.
strip.
You said comic
comic
strip.
strip.
It is a comic strip.
Comic
There's-
strips
It
are
is
different.
a comic strip.
No,
Comic
there's a
strips.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
comic strip.
but that's not based on that though.
I mean, it's probably not.
It was a comic strip, but it didn't.
There's a lot more.
Okay,
Yeah,
more
but
story.
it is-
Spider-Man has a comic strip, but the movie is not based on that comic strip.
Wizard of Id?
No,
Ziggy.
nope. I'll give you one. The first one, Over the Hedge.
What?
That's a comic
Really?
strip.
Comic strip?
Correct. Yeah.
Huh.
It is based on a comic strip.
Huh.
Well, then
Dennis
just-
the Menace. No, that was live
Nope.
action.
Richie Rich. Live action
Nope.
as well. Wow, this is
is
tough.
hard.
Yeah.
All right. In 2007, a film that was
An animated
Yeah,
news,
we get
newsy?
the premise, Nate.
And newsy strip? Dogwood?
No,
Dagwood.
That's Blondie.
Blondie.
Dogwood, Dagwood, Blondie.
Beetle
some of these
Bailey.
films though you've not.
Wait,
you've-
Garfield. It's true.
He said this.
I mean, but that would be the 11th
Kathy?
film.
Did they make an Ack movie?
No, all right. I'm just gonna give you guys.
Yeah,
this.
would you?
Okay.
That's how
Hold
they-
on. Name. Do this. Do you have the directors handy?
action.
Jeez, no, but I can look them up for you.
Or the
They
lead,
made a live action.
or the lead, or the
All right.
or the lead actor.
All right. Well, these are voice actors, right? So, all right, I will give you the next one after Over the Hedge. Next one is a 2007 film directed by Kevin Monroe and starring the voice acting skills of Chris Evans, Sarah Michelle Gellar,
Scooby-Doo.
Kevin Smith, Patrick Stewart,
Dougal,
Lawrence Fishburne.
not Dougal. Then
No, wait. Lawrence Fishburne was the turning of the Nope, definitely not Dougal. Because Lawrence Fishburne famously fucking hates Dougal. He would not be caught dead in a fucking Dougal movie. You should have led with that name, you piece of shit.
Boondocks?
what?
No, but I just love that Lawrence Fishburne was the Dougal killer.
Nope.
Nope.
Larry would never stoop to fucking Dougal, and I think that you know that.
As if there's been a Dougal film.
There is. There's a movie called Dougal. Keenan Thompson is the voice.
Okay.
I just don't know if Dougal's based on a comic strip.
Sounds like it could be.
All right. The film is, and it made $100 million at the theater.
What?
Wow.
What is going on here?
TMNT.
Oh, the Ninja Turtles movie.
Is that based on a comic book, though?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, see,
Nate doesn't know that
It's
it was a comic strip and a comic book.
It is also a comic strip.
Yeah, but
It's
it's not
not.
based on the comic
But
strip.
it is also a comic
It was
strip.
a comic
So-
book.
No,
that became
no,
a
it's not.
comic
No,
strip.
comic strips are different than comic books.
It is a
Nate.
comic strip though, as well.
But it's not. But TMNT is not based on
Okay.
that comic strip.
So let's do this.
Okay, let's do
Let's
this.
do a new rule. If it's also a comic book, it doesn't count because that's where it clearly originated from.
Yeah,
This is all from Wikipedia. So take or not Wikipedia. It's all from IMDb. So it is
That's less reliable
questionable.
then.
I know.
But that's why this is going to be hard because
But
Yeah.
it has to
All of these are
also
gonna be
be
comic
a okay. Let's say this.
Over the Hedge though was not. I
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it can be a comic book as well, but it like for instance, I'm sure there were no Iron Man comic strips, right?
Correct.
There were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic strips, so it has to be also a comic strip. Does that make sense?
I just don't know which ones were like comic strips.
The only one I was aware of was Spider-Man, and that one was a lot more like a soap opera than it was like a
Comic
action.
strip. Okay.
Yeah,
Mary Worth.
yeah Doonesbury.
The next one I'm going to give you.
Dilbert.
Dilbert.
No, Dilbert doesn't have a CG movie.
No, he's got a great animated show though.
This one I think
Does he?
is legitimately
It's a good show.
a known comic strip. Okay, this is a 2014 film.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Directed by Don Hall and Chris Williams.
The Croods.
Starring the voice acting skills of Scott Adsit.
Big Hero 6.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that is actually a...
I don't think Big Hero 6 was a comic strip. I think it was just a comic book.
It is, I guarantee you, a comic strip.
I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure these are all comic books because it's a Marvel comic.
We did name a lot of comic strips though. I mean,
And none of them have had movies.
none of them have had movies.
Foxtrot.
Maybe we.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, maybe the game should be which comic strips need to be made into movies. By the way,
Well, maybe we found a.
Honestly, there's an untapped market there.
That's
I
what I'm
watch a
saying.
Foxtrot movie.
I would love to see a Foxtrot movie.
I'd love to see a 2.5 hour Ziggy existential like Werner Herzog
Crisis movie.
examination
exactly.
of like the human soul.
I can't believe Disney Plus hasn't made a family circus movie.
yeah, that is odd, isn't it?
Yeah, you would think that Jeffy would be all over that.
Because
shit.
there's enough. There's enough. Like,
Not me.
content. There's a new strip every
Hey,
day.
who killed this hooker? Not me. Jeffy hit rock bottom.
You guys did miss, I think, the easiest one in here.
I said Garfield.
Nope, the Peanuts movie, 2015.
The Penis movie?
Peanuts.
Oh.
They did make a Peanuts movie.
They did make a Peanuts movie.
It was terrifyingly animated. If
I've
I
heard
remember
I've heard it's good. though.
Terrifyingly.
Yeah, like it was like almost like photorealistic.
Yeah, the character,
Like-
the animation has like a different texture to it
Yeah.
than you would expect, where it feels like
when you see the haunting look in Ziggy's eyes.
What about
Exactly.
Brad? Would this count for you
Forlorn.
as a comic
Like
strip?
130
The
panels. of just moving
2019
across the
Addams
desert.
Family film.
yes, because the Addams Family was a comic
They
strip.
definitely was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about this one?
What is it
The
to be Ziggy?
2022 film, The DC League of Super Pets.
I don't think that was a comic strip. I'm pretty sure that was
It
just
is-
a comic book.
I think Super Pets might have been a comic.
It was, yes.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I don't trust Nate with this either, though.
Is Ziggy man or God? The audience will decide.
What about this one? Smurfs: The Lost Village, 2017.
Smurfs was a comic strip.
Yep, they all are. Well, thanks for playing.
This son of a bitch over
I
here.
love you, Nate.
I love you too, buddy. This was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, it was fine.
What time are we at?
We're into it.
If Ziggy
We're an hour and
has
18,
died
so it's
and
time.
We're
gone
what?
to heaven,
Hour 18.
Okay, cool.
has Ziggy gone to heaven or hell? Does he roast eternal or fly in heaven? This is for the audience to decide.
Everyone get your tickets from Adam Webb
and
and Garfield. We're going to have a big 2024. It's going to
It's
be
going to be huge.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
It'd be like a Barbenheimer kind of deal where
Yep.
you could mush them together and see them all in one big
I
day.
would dress up as Nermal.
Madam
and go.
Feld,
I do want another
Garweb.
Barbenheimer day of some two film that was so electric.
It was a lot of fun.
I mean, just two films that were just
Every year they should do that. Like
There's
one
gotta be
really
some-
dour movie
Yes.
and one really fun one. Same day.
that
You gotta
everyone
see 'em.
wants to see, and I would love it.
all right.
Alex Pappas, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
You're
for
the
having me.
best.
As always, we love you. Nate, where can the people find you?
I
No one
live over here.
cares. Brad.
Wow, dark.
No one cares about us. They just care about you.
All right. Well, feel free to check out slashfilm.com. We talked about the Please Don't Destroy
Sad I
movie.
don't have my own freaking movie.
And I do want to encourage you to go to Slash Film this week. By the time you hear this episode, my interview with Paul Briganti should be out there, who's the director of the Please Don't Destroy movie.
First time film director, right?
Yeah, this was his first movie. Some of the sketches he's directed for SNL that you've probably seen because they went viral and were pretty popular were the Joker parody featuring David Harbour as Oscar the Grouch.
Good.
The Casey Affleck Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
My favorite from like the last 10 years.
Yeah,
probably.
one of my favorites for sure. The Bromigos one with the rappers and going to therapy and whatnot was another popular one. So I talked to him about the movie, and it was a great conversation.
Did you mention our podcast at all?
I didn't, but I talked to him about SNL, so it kind of...
Also, slashfilm.com this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Brad put together a gift guide.
It's true. It's
And
a
I think that it's
huge
gonna be-
gift guide.
I think it's been awesome, actually.
I hope so. We'll see. I mean, it's just a list for people to buy
Are
stuff.
you getting Ben and I something off of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like such a
It
lie.
just doesn't feel like there's a lot of
No, it's gonna
conviction.
I
closed his eyes when he said
I
that.
definitely got you something so that you're gonna have a meowery Christmas.
Memorial Day.
It's so fucking good. I
It's
hope
not good.
if they use Memorial Day in
This Memorial Day.
I guarantee you, like they have to. There's no way that they don't.
Brad will be in tears laughing.
If I see an actual ad with Memorial Day, I will lose my mind.
Much like Alex, I will take that bet. If they use Memorial Day, I will buy 4 tickets and then break into cars and leave them on the seats.
Here's gonna be the trick. I have to check and see when Memorial Day actually is.
Memorial Day?
So Memorial Day is on the 27th. So they're gonna do it.
I don't think they will.
They're gonna do Memorial Day.
You
They're not that
definitely want
clever.
to bring in the dead soldiers into your animated cat movie advertisement.
I guarantee you, cats died during the war too.
Hey, we know they didn't have 9 lives, but this Memorial Day, come see Garfield.
Fucking right. Do it.
Honor your grandfather's sacrifice.
You know what? At AMC Theaters this Wednesday, lasagna. Come and get your lasagna.
Free.
Eat lasagna while you watch Garfield. Do we offer napkins? No. Do we offer utensils? No. You eat it with your bare fucking hands like we tell you to. Come back to the theater.
That's the Garfield
I'm Nicole
way.
Kenyon. Kidman.
No, damn it! You
almost like that.
You almost did it.
I'm
You were
Nicole-
so excited.
I'm Nicole Kidman.
Lasagna tastes good here.
Lasagna tastes good in a place like this. Please, Nicole, please record it. Oh, this has been fun, guys. Thank you so much for being here, Alex. Honestly, we appreciate you. Brad, Nate, I love you both. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?